Hi guys, welcome to another video. I am finally doing my updated photo card collection for the last time in 2019, which is exciting because I've been wanting to do this for ages. I was so I wanted to rush filming this because I wanted to get it recorded at the start of the month, but currently it's the 19th, so there's still a few more days there's a chance for me to get some more items in even after Christmas, but I do prefer uploading around Christmas time just because I'm never usually in to receive the stuff from Christmas to New Year. So yeah, if I do actually get items in before Christmas, well, I think we'll only have, I don't know if Royal Mail ship on the 24th, but I still have tomorrow, Saturday and Monday, so I have 3 days for more mail to come in. But as I said, I record this and it takes me a while to edit, so it gets uploaded Christmas hopefully. This is a little present from me to you because this is the end of year collection update, which I'm so excited to go through with you guys because I made so much progress with my collection this year, and many groups I've added a lot of cards to my collection, so I'm excited to show you guys. But yeah, if I do actually get cards in that you see in the haul video that are not in here, just kind of imagine them in the binders. So I have 4 binders that I'm using currently. I dropped one of the binders, it was my Ghetto Group one, because obviously that is too heavy. Dropped it in one of the rings, isn't working as well as it should now, so of course I was dumb and dropped it. But yeah, so if you see me struggling flicking through the pages, that's the reason why, because the sleeves kind of hook onto the bottom ring because it's slightly open now, there's a little gap there. So as I said, I have currently 4 binders that I'm using, one for Red Velvet, one for Loona, one for my Ghetto groups and one for my boy group. And I am thinking of definitely expanding the amount of binders I use because I remember I just used to have 2 and then I added Red Velvet to have a separate one. But technically Red Velvet should have 2 binders, but the second one isn't completely organised and I was thinking of maybe doing a separate video on that. Yeah, hopefully for the January one I've sorted out all the stuff that's not included in these binders, because I know there's a lot of stuff in my collection that I've not integrated into these just because of the sizes of different items that aren't photo cards. And I'm thinking of actually moving into their separate binder just because of the boy group one kind of being really bulky. I've also added Twice's pre-order cards to a separate binder, which I won't be showing. I don't feel there's a need to because pre-order cards, you kind of know what they look like. Sorry for the long intro. As you can tell from my voice, I am a bit ill, so I apologise if you can't understand me as much as usual. I will be doing Red Velvet first, Loona, Ghetto groups and boy group, and I'm so excited to do this because it feels like forever since I've done this. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm excited to get into this and hopefully you are too, so let's go. Enough with the long ass intros. Okay, so firstly we have Red Velvet, which this binder only has my album items in. This is why it's quite small, because if you've watched I think it was the December one last year, I included all my other official non-album goods in the binder, but I decided to take them out and I kept them separately. I just have to go through and organise it now, especially with the addition of the rouge merchandise, which I do have coming in, which is exciting. I cannot wait for that. But yes, they do have the Movie Festival finale coming out now, so I do want to change one of the cover pages to one of the group ones for this comeback because all of the pictures, I am loving it so much just now. As you can see, I'm collecting OT5. I try my best to collect all of Red Velvet OT5 items, but I guess for me priority is Seulgayy for non-album goods. But I do want to try and collect all members, which is quite hard. I didn't do this for all of the pages just because I haven't done these little sleeve things for all of my pages, just because I remember for the organising my photo card collections, moving the binders over, I tested out the layout for the Red Velvet cards and I used these to see what it would look like, to show you what it was looking like without the cards peeping behind. As you can see, I don't have them in this one and you can see the cards behind it. So for just now, I do have a few of these in. I think it's only a couple, so I do want to keep these white just now, and then once I kind of get onto it, because it's been a while since I have said I wanted to do this, but I've always said it's not really a priority, but it would be nice to add to my collection, is kind of just have placeholders that I'll put a picture up, because I did it for Ice Cream Cake once and it's been in my binders for the past few couple collection updates, but I don't have them here. But that's what I'm planning on doing for at least in the future. Hopefully we'll do it one day. And yeah, so we have Ice Cream Cake. My Red Velvet collection has really increased. I love the progress I've made with them, and I'm so happy that I've managed to complete loads of sets this year. And yeah, so we have the red and the velvet, and we have Russian roulette. And as I said, the white sleeves, putting them here will hide as per se this. So I did include this because this is the pre-orders that you got with the album, and I guess it's an album inclusion thing. So yeah, the stickers. And then for Ricky, I still need this one Irene card, and I've been looking for it for ages, which is sad, but I do have this all complete apart from that one card, which I'm so happy about, because Ricky has been like a mess for me. I remember just like putting off even buying the albums, like the member covers. We're up to date, we just need one card for it, and hopefully by the end of next year I have it. If not, that would be so tragic. So here we have Red Summer, and then the Perfect Velvet, then the Perfect Red Velvet, then we have Summer Magic, which I have completed. Oh well, all photo cards apart from the one, I have one standee to complete. This was the last Irene card I needed for the normal cards, and I've had this set complete for a while. And then this one has been complete as well. I just need Irene's standee thing. Okay, now here, this is like my pride, and I don't know, like I put so much into trying to complete this year, and guess what? We have completed RBB. I can't even process that. It's just so fulfilling, and I just goes to show that I put hard work in, even though it took me a while, because I knew the prices weren't justifiable for me to get with what other Red Velvet cards are priced at. These were just completely overpriced. I'm really thankful for the people that helped me finish this collection, because I thought this was going to be a nightmare, but we have it complete and I'm so happy about it. And now we go into the Ruby Festival series thing, I don't know what you want to call it, but here we have day one. And how I organised these ones, I guess I didn't really explain how I organised the sets for like the version A, version B things, unless it was, say, the power up cards. You kind of knew what was the limited, what was the normal. It's either I'm just lazy and don't do enough research, or SM just doesn't know how to label cards, because I think for RBB it would have been cool to know what version photo card was what. In the album they had this neon yellow colour along with a neon pink. So if one card was neon pink at the back and one card was neon yellow, you could differentiate the versions, which is not clearly. So what I do is I separated these into like kind of a cute kind of set, and then like a more serious kind of mature set. So yeah, definitely this Irene card is my all-time favourite card of hers. I don't know of all time because there's a lot to go through with that, but definitely one of my favourites. Okay, so now back to this. I can't remember what I did for these versions, but I know for day two I did something different to what I usually did, but this is what I have for day one. And then this is the guidebook version, and then the version B1. So I have Irene and Seulgay's set complete for this. I just need Wendy's guidebook, and I'm still missing two of Yeri's and only one of Joy's. And then I have the Kano's, which I know I just mentioned that Raincoat Irene card was my favourite, but this is my all-time favourite Seulgayy card. I did ask when I get two of these. That's how much I love it. I just changed the settings just to see if it was a bit brighter, because I don't know if it was too dark or not in that last clip there. But yeah, the Kano's will be quite hard for me to find for the day one, but I do want to get my ass on getting the finale one, because I do not want this to happen. And also the bad boy ones for the Perfect Velvet. The Perfect Red Velvet, sorry, which was a whole mess. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite cards, along with the Irene one. But like, this one just like hits out of the park with all the Seulgayy cards. One of my favorites. So and then this is day two now, and you can see I have this whole set complete, which is great. And then the guidebook version, and then this version is the version B, I'm calling it. So for this one, I kind of made it more of the brighter colours in the photo card, just because I guess the cards are all cute because of the concept, I guess. What I figured out with all the cards, these ones are kind of like neutral colours. Maybe not so Seulgayy just because they hint at yellow, but compared to this other card, this is like a more coloured one, more vibrant I'd say. And of course the Irene card, which isn't so colourful. You can't even see her face on it. I still can't get over that. So this is all the cards for day two, and then I have the set complete for the Kano's, which I stuck to my word. I did not want to repeat for the day one or bad boy Kano. So yes, we have this complete, and I do want to try and get the finale complete quickly. But for the guidebook version, there's 15 photo cards. 15! And you only get one photo card in that album. That's a whole scam right there. I cannot believe SM. Yay, more photo cards to collect. But I would say with being quite behind on getting these albums, I've caught up quite well and I have added quite a lot to them. That's all the cards, and then this is like the album inserts for this, which I have Irene's set complete for the standee and then her postcard. And I also have Sogi's complete. And then I have Wendy's postcard and Yeri's standee. I actually ran out of 2 pocket sleeves. I don't actually have a page for Joy, but that's just because I don't have a sleeve, but I guess I don't have any of her stuff anyway, but if I did have the sleeve it would be here. And then this is just their Japanese photo card, which I just have the hashtag cookie jar ones for. I do have to get the sappy ones, but yes, I have this complete. And that is my Red Velvet photo card collection for album cards. Hopefully by January y'all will be able to see my extended collection. Hopefully I do get the rouge goods in for that as well, I guess. But yeah, let's go into Loona now. Okay, so for Loona, it's a bit bigger I guess because of the amount of members and the amount of stuff they have. Unlike Red Velvet, I have all of their goods in here, not just album items. So for Loona, I'm collecting OT12 for album cards and I guess like event cards that come in set. I think the premiere meeting generally I will collect OT12 for. They only have photo card sets for that, so like it's kind of easy to get a hold of. Instead of say the Loona bar, there is multiple items for the 12 members. So for the concert items, I'm just collecting gowon because the concert goods come with more items, so more stuff to collect, and I think it's just easier for me just to collect gowon. So with the premiere meeting, I'm going to collect the OT12 sets for season greetings and the Orbit fan club goods, just because that all comes in a set anyway, and it's not as if I'll need to get a reseller to get the season greetings or the Orbit fan kit because it's easy to access for international fans. So I'll be going through Loona now. So that's all the stuff I have. I do need to add the kind of the non-album stuff, but this is all like the album cards they have just now. Okay, so for Loona, I've kind of, the way I lay this out is I did the solos, the kind of like the duo photo cards, the photo card for the version B album, and then I did the subunits and then OT12. How I lay these out, I call this the 222 layout. I do it with I guess groups that have 6 members, but for me it only applies to Vixx, but it doesn't have to apply just to a group with 6 members. I guess if you want 6 photo cards on a spread, this is how I will lay them out. If you have another page with the photo cards, I kind of just like keep it on going, I guess. I can kind of show you how I think of it, because instead of just having these little things, the fillers all in the same place, if you kind of like, well you can't see that, I'll move this in a bit, if you kind of like, it's kind of like a continuation from the last page, or you can just think of it like a kind of reverse of what the page previous to that is like, but I kind of think of it like that, I guess, just because it's a little pattern I like to do. Okay, so here we have Hyejin, Hyunjin and Hasel's solo cards for the version 8 album, and I have that complete. And then we go into Ryujin, Vivi and Kimlet, and I just need one Vivi card, which is the one where she's like more close up, I guess. But yes, for the pre-debut photo card, I only need 4 photo cards that don't include subunits, because the subunits are still pre-debut for OT12. I've not marked this down, but I do have this Eve card coming in, and hopefully I do get it soon because I do not want that being lost. Literally all the Loona cards I've had recently I thought were lost in the mail, but it's okay, we've got them. But yeah, I just have that fear now, so hopefully we do get that in, and then this page will be complete. Oh, I forgot to say Jinso, Cherry and Eve. And then I have Chu, Gowon and Olivia Hay, which this was like the first page for me to complete for these solos, which I was so happy about. And then this is like the version B album cards. So I have Hyejin and Hyunjin's cards, and then I have Hasel and Loona, and then Ryujin and Loona. So I still need 2 cards for this, which is the only 2 I'm missing for the version V albums, which make the 4 with the Vivi and Eve card I'm missing. And I have Ryujin and Hasel, Vivi and Hasel, and then Kimlet. And then Kimlet and Jinso, Jinso and Cherry. And then Eve. And then even Chu and Gowon, and then Gowon and Olivia Hay. Which is complete, like how satisfying. And then we go into this, which I've added quite a lot to. I've not added much to Other Circle, but 1/3 I have not had a lot of cards with, but I did recently get a few in, which added a lot because now I only need 2 to complete this page, and I'm only collecting the normal cards for these, apart from my Y because I was able to get the limited at the time. And I think I don't know if it's still in print or not, just because of how rare and how pricey the limited albums are. I'm not gonna go there, and especially with the price Loona cards are at already, yeah, I think it's just safer for me. So I just need Hyunjin's Love and Live, and then Baby's Love and Live normal version, but I do have the Love and Evil complete. And then we have Dark Circle, which I have completed mix and match, which is amazing. I didn't think I would be able to because I was unlucky, and in both albums I pulled the group card, which doesn't really matter what card I get because I will be collecting all the cards that you get in the album anyway. It's just because it took me a while to find these, but I found Cherries first, and then come up and then Jinso's, which I'm so happy I was able to get because now it's complete and I don't have to worry about mix and match just because of how complicated it is with out of stock Loona albums, because you don't know if they're going to be back in stock or not, so you're just kind of hesitant if you want to buy it at a really overpriced price because you don't know if it'll come back in stock. But if it does, you kind of feel bad if you were to go through with the payment of the overpriced card, you know. For the Kimlip mix and match card, I was able to trade that, which I was so glad about because I think these cards will cost more than these ones just because I don't know, maybe the concept, but I don't know if I will be able to complete these. And I always forget this, I always talk but I forget how to explain how I'm laying these out. So for the subunits, this goes on to my OT12 cards as well, but I just put them in order of the debut and then I do it in reverse. I like to kind of do the reverse kind of look just because the look's different and it kind of gives a bit of variety to the page. I don't know. I like the way it looks. I guess that's the only justification I can say about that, but yeah. And then we have YYYY, which is all complete. I managed to buy, I kind of went overboard because this was the time I was literally really getting into Loona and the YYYY debuted. And I got 4 albums for the normal version, 4 albums for the limited, and I was lucky I pulled both of gowon's cards in each version. And then I just managed to trade them all off, and I was so happy I was able to complete this quite quickly, and they're so beautiful. The only subunit that I have complete, which is strange, but yes, BBC, where is the repack? I kind of prefer it not to be a repack just because of the layout, but I don't know how it'll go. But so now we go into OT12, which I have laid out a bit differently, as you can see, because I'd say this bit here. So this bit here is not completely in debut order. The way I see it, this is how I laid out 1/3, and then since there's not another version, I'm just gonna keep it the one version on the one page. So Dark Circle can go here because there's 3 members, and then ryujin just fits perfectly here, and I think it makes an N shape, and I usually like see things as patterns or shapes, I guess. So this is what they're usually like for 1/3, and ryujin didn't have a photo card for that since she was in the comeback, and I guess she's not a part of a subunit, but people kind of just assume she's in 1/3, so it could either be Frog Eye Circle or just all of 1/3 or both. But yeah, that's how I laid these out, and then I do just a normal YYY kind of layout, so it's the same pattern but I go in reverse again, and then for this I go in reverse for the members, which, as I said, I kind of like just like the variety instead of having it all look similar, because I don't think if I were to put Hyejin here, I don't think it would just look right. I don't know. I just think this is the best layout for my liking. And here we have all of the subunit cards and then the group cards. And here we have the multiply or XX cards. This has been quite of a struggle, but I have added quite a lot to it than what I've had previously, because I did get a bunch of cards in recently. So I usually indicate that I have cards coming on the way from this little thing up here and then the but this never came in. This was a group order. I did get like 2 or 3 cards from the group order and sadly didn't come in, so we're still having to get them. So I have Hyejin, Hyunjin, BB and Kimlips, which I pulled this Hyejin one in my OG albums, and then I pulled this Kimlip one in my Fansign album. And then this page looks a bit more filled up. So I only need Gowon's version A and choose version B for this. So I do have Eve and Olivia complete. which these cards are so gorgeous. And in this one, thinking about it, I only need 2 cards to complete this set now, and only 1 card to complete this page. Oh my god. For the other version album, I pulled this Hyejin one. I have really good Hyejin luck. So yeah. And for my other fan sign album, I did pull Hyejin's version A again, so I traded that off. I can't even remember the exact number I traded it to. I think it was Olivia Hayes card. I think it was this one actually. Yeah, the progress with multiply. And then here are like the unit cards with the subunit. So this card was supposed to be coming in, and as I said, a lot of my Loona items get lost for some reason. Like, I would be happy if it was just any other group apart from Loona, just because of the value Loona cards hold. But yeah, hopefully that does come in, just because of the mess with it being Christmas time and stuff. For the album, I did pull the Hyunjin and Cherry, and then I did buy another album which was the same version, so I got Vivi and Ryujin's, which is great because it wasn't the same card I already pulled. So now we go into like the premiere meetings. So this is Up in Line, the transparent photo cards, which I love these. Ooh, gowon is not in place. But I do have Olivia's card for this, which is great because this set's harder to find, because they did during it, they had just up the gowon set, and then they added a set in with Olivia's because she just debuted or was revealed. I can't remember exactly. And then we have Lining Up, if I'm correct. I always get mixed up between the two. And I just did the same layout as I do for OT12 album cards. And then it ends here and then it goes into Loona Studio, so I kind of reversed it. And I guess this is a pattern I'll just be doing for all of the cards. And this was where the version ends, and then this is where the new one starts. And what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing is probably have the season greetings and the meeting up cards first, and then the season greetings after that, just because there's 5 photo cards per member, and I think for the Orbit fan club goods I'm just going to have them separate. So yeah, this is the first Orbit fan club, and these are like postcard things with like message cards. And then I just have this was for the Loona birth. This was like the Orbit exclusive. The fan cafe members were able to purchase sets with it, and I did get the group one, and it just fits in with all the little sets here. And then we go into the 2.0 for Orbit fan club, and these photo cards are so pretty. I'm so glad they added these, like with BBC making 5 photo cards per member for the season greetings and meeting up now. I do not want to complain, because the Loona photo card, well basically all of Loona album photo cards are not selfie cards, and I appreciate selfie cards so much, and I'm so glad that we're getting them now. And yes, so I'm excited to see what they look like in my binder once I get them. And then I recently got this decal. Put the Instagram shop here, and I'll put it in the description as well. I didn't open it up on my channel just because I mainly got stuff for my friends, and I only got this gowon one, so I just managed to make this little separator for it. And I did choose the, I think it's blue, purple and green, and of course I had to get the green kind of blue thing because it was kind of the most similar to gowon's colour. So we go into gowon's separate items now, and the way I've laid this out, because I don't think, for me, for the broadcast cards, I don't think I'll be able to collect both versions as much as I would. I think it's just really hard to find. I cannot find gowon's other broadcast, her version 2 for this. And I think there's a fansite card as well, I don't actually know, but for just now, the way I'm laying this out is so, I don't know, I find it so cute, because this is the first fan club, I guess, membership card. Sorry, my voice went there. And then I have the second one here, and the colours kind of fit in well with the concept of the cards. I don't know, the colours and stuff. This is like the first year with Loona, so I guess this does draw in with that, because YYYY did debut the same year as Loona, and the black membership card goes in really well with the butterfly. This is the broadcast card, and then this is the sign. I think it's like a lottery card from Loona. Hopefully I get 2 more like kind of rare cards for gowon, and then hopefully it's green, or like has some like hints of green, or so it can match up with the 3rd membership card. And then I do want to try and kind of organise this a bit more, just kind of like the way it's laid out, because I'm not too keen on it, I'd say. But yeah, so this is the debut concert for Loona Birth. So I have the like sticker for gowon, the ID, and then the like exclusive Orbit postcard. And then I have her little, I don't really know what to call this. This is like a bigger version of the postcard. The seller did add the kind of frames for it. And this doesn't fit in 2 pocket sleeves, so we're just dealing with the 1 pocket just now. Then I have her A4. There's like her member profile at the back of this, which is there. And then we go on to Loona, which I tried to keep the same kind of format with the stuff here. So I put the ID thing here and then the postcard thing, but this was from like an accordion booklet thing, I think that's what you call it. I have both of them and I'm kind of upset there's nothing here, but hopefully I'll be able to sort it out one day. And then I have this is more like the rare one. I can't remember what it's actually called, but this is the poster. I don't think it's A4 poster, I think it's like called a mini poster. And then we have this, which is so gorgeous. And then that is all my gowon stuff, but I did forget to mention for her Loona birth items, I do have her calendar thing, and of course it's too big for it to fit in here, but I'm kind of thinking I might be able to fit into this little sleeve, but I'm not too sure because I've not really taken it out and packaging in a while. But yes, I do have that. So I do actually have everything for her Loona birth stuff. So yes, let's go on to my get a group sign. There's a lot. I'm excited to share this part with you because I've added so much and I'm actually really proud of my progress. So yeah, let's go do that. I have a bunch of groups in here and the majority of the binder kind of is twice because that fills up a lot. I did add twice back into my collection, so I will probably have to maybe separate my get a group binder into 2. Not for just now, I'm kind of okay with it being like this, but it's just getting to the point where it does need to change soon. But unless I do add a group, I don't really think I need to do it yet. Okay, so first we have Dreamcatcher, and I am collecting Xian and Handong. So I did add a lot to this page actually. I did only have these 2 cards the last time, and then I managed to complete Handong set for this page, and I've added the Sua card for Nightmare, and I just need Xian now. For these albums, I think it's best for me to not focus, but try to complete the photo card set before buying the albums. I think it was just a bit easier for me because then I wouldn't have to stress about wanting to get the cards as much, because it's not a priority, but like once I do finish these, I will try my best to get the albums just because they're printed quite hard to get. And then I have the main reason why I kind of have the Japanese here, because I'm not too sure if I'm going to collect the Japanese stuff for their other albums, but it's just because it completes the page, and if I didn't have this, the other pages wouldn't look as nice. That is why the Japanese is here. Usually I would separate it like my Red Velvet ones, but for this it's a bit different. So nothing's changed on this page. And then here we get into something I'm so happy about, because I've completed Gateway Era for my top 3, and I'm so happy about this. That is all complete now, and look how beautiful the cards are. Wait, I don't know if you can see that. And then for Alone in the City, I do have to do some more work with Handong's cards, but that is nearly complete. I do have Sua and Xiong's set complete. And then for End of Nightmare, I did finish this, but it was quite quick for me to finish off because I did get the albums only in September, the end of September, and I completed it quite quickly, which I'm so glad about because these cards are beautiful. Xian's blonde hair, oof. But yeah, I love these photo cards. Yeah, and as well, this is the first set that has 5 photo card sets. Usually it's 4 at least they have. Okay, so now we want to Raid of Dream, and I literally just need a Sua selfie card and this Xian black outfit to complete this. I'm so excited to try and get this done. I love how I laid out Dreamcatcher and how it's going. So what I'm thinking, I think if I do finish off the album cards, I can try and get the My Music Taste cards. I just don't think I will be able to. So I have the limited transparent cards in here just in case I do get the My Music Taste cards. It's just depending on if I do find them, but it wouldn't be a priority. I think maybe finishing off these sets would be first. And then we have Etsy, which is something I've added on to since the last update. I am collecting ryujin and others. I didn't stay OT5 or OT4 because it's not with the ryujin. The only reason why I didn't stay OT5 and ryujin others is because I'm not collecting all of the other 4 members' cards. So yeah, I'm gonna try and collect all of the ryujin's photo cards and maybe some rare ones, and then some sets if they continue to do the multiple photo cards per member. I will try and complete some sets for the other 4 members if I do like the sets. It's just so beautiful to look at. Ryujin has just completely wrecked me. She's just so beautiful, and yeah, she's definitely one of my favourite visuals I get. And yeah, so I have this page complete, and as I said, there's 6 photo cards for this whole for her all of her cards for this comeback, and I did the 222 and just put the little placeholder things in there, the white one. Vicky did get me this. Vicky was the one that made me complete my ryujin set. We are all thankful for her and to her. She did get me this, but she also got me Leah's one, so I sent her the Leah one back along with one of my Leah duplicates, so now I forced her into collecting Leah. But yes, for some reason I literally have all member first pages but no ryujin, because currently I have 4 albums on my shelf, and the 4 albums are all the other members apart from ryujin, which I find quite funny. And then we have her pre-order postcard things, and I just put these in because why not, because these ones fit in perfectly with the 3 pocket sleeve, and I didn't want to leave this empty, so I just put her. I got these as freebies from trades, and yes, I just put them in there because it correlates to the versions, I guess. And then on the back it has Yeji, which I think is my second bias. And here are the 2 versions I'm collecting for the other members. So I do have it. Wait, I have this Leah card coming in. I'm looking for Yeji's other borderless card that doesn't have the signature on it. So I do want to try and complete this quickly. But that is currently my Etsy collection, and I'm so happy with how far and quickly I've gone with it. And I can't wait just to collect more cards from them. And then we go into Is1. And I have Color Is complete. I was just originally going to keep it these 3 members, and then if one day I was able to find the Kino cards, put them here, but for just now I've put the unit cards with G1 in it. And to mention Vicky again, she did give me this G1 card, which did complete this set because I had these 2 cards for the longest time, and she gave me this one, which was amazing. She really is that bitch. She got me to complete this set along with my ryujin set, which is amazing. I'm happy with how this page looks. Then we have Heart Is, which is kind of tragic still, but I do have 1 card here. Finally. Yeah, I'm not using my user, so I'm gonna do this reason. Okay, so I didn't do it in the pattern that I say I usually do these kind of layouts with, and again it's the 222. So what you just saw before I changed it was I had it like laid out like this, but I had this version all in the middle because I did prefer this version a lot more, but it doesn't go with the pattern I do. I don't know if I like it, but I just like seeing these in the middle because this concept is like one of my favourites. But I think I'm just gonna leave it with the Violetta version on the left side. So I have the Kinos for this at least, which are so gorgeous, and then these ones, I need to get my ass on these, but maybe I can focus on them a bit more next year because I did focus on, I'd say I focused on Dreamcatcher, Etsy and WGSN quite a lot this year, but this is my collection, quite tragic. So now we have Preston, which is something I treasured quite a lot because this collection is near enough complete for me. All album cards are complete. I just need to try and find some of Roa's Raider cards, which why did I say Roa? Oh my god. I put Roa here as well. I think it's fitting just because her stage name was Roa in Preston, but I will be putting Hanapia in here once they do release their physical albums with photo cards, but they did actually release a photo card set for their first fan meeting, which will be really hard to find, but I don't know if I'm going to collect all members for that just because there's less, or just stick with collecting Minkyun's Raider cards, just her separately. So here we have all of Minkyun, Roa, I'll just say Minkyun, I think it's a bit easier. I have all of her album cards, which are beautiful. I love how these just all fit in the page, and I love how I've laid it out. And then I have her like Polaroid postcard thing, I don't know what you call this, but I have that for school out. And then here are her more Raider items. So I have her High and By concert card, and then her Weiwu broadcast card. I need to get her We Like broadcast card, and I have her Get Out broadcast card. So I do have 2 out of the 3, which I'm actually really happy about. I just want to finish this little roll. So next we have the showcase cards, and I do just need the Minkyun and Unu one. This is, yeah, I do want to try and get all members for this just to make it fit on my Preston B page, but this is what I have just now. And then I have her promotional posters, which is something I just still can't believe is in my collection, because this is like, I feel like this is so rare to find, like so rare, and I have it, so I'm really happy that these are here and she looks beautiful. And from that, these are the pre-debut pressing cards. So this is the Play the Skittles Bang High concert cards. And I have this complete. This is so amazing. I recently got the rest of the cards I needed, which is Loona, Yebun and Kangseulgayy around September time. I can't remember the exact time I got it. I think maybe October. But yeah, this is complete and it's amazing. And then we have the High Preston photo cards, which is all complete. And one of the main reasons why I just had Moonkin on her own, because the other members fit in here perfectly, which I just think looks really, really nice. And then we have We Like or Feel Out, and I have this complete, the two versions. And then they're little, I don't know what you call these things to be honest. I always get confused, but yeah, I have all of these. I would put these into the 4 pocket sleeves, it's just because there's 9 members, so it's easier just putting it into the 3 pocket sleeves. And then we have Like a V, which I have the day and night sets complete now. I just literally need Kangseulgayy's Like a V card. And I just need Kangseulgayy's V card, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, and then from this I want to have the showcase cards, like the Minkyung selfie one, which is this one. See, there we go. This is what I was talking about, how the broken binder. Okay, so yeah, if I do get those ones, it will complete the page, and I think it's just going to be like a nice like finish off for them. So now we go on to Twice, which, oof, is quite a lot. Okay, so this is the next day. I decided to take a break and I ended up not finishing the recording, and I think it was probably better for me to record the day after, which is today, because my voice does sound and feel a lot better. So I think I'll be able to get through this without it hurting or me having to cough excessively off the camera. So yes, we have Twice now, and this takes up a big majority of this binder. And yeah, so for Twice I've mainly been focusing on What Is Love, Time to You and Summer Nights. You can see the other sets aren't too complete, but it kind of makes sense since I've not been focusing on them as much, but I do want to take just chunks at a time. And I think from the previous videos I've done with Twice, people think my bias in Twice is Jungyoung. My bias in Twice is actually Sana. She was my bias for the longest time and still is. It's just I decided to click Jungyoung and Momo instead of just Sana, just because I want to collect my top 3. And proof of that, I have proof here. This is not in the binder because this is like extra things I don't think I will want to collect in the future. I just still have them because they're really pretty items. So this is my proof. I bias Sana because I like to get, once I, like when I was like religiously collecting them, I guess you can tell that in the other videos, my other collection videos, these were actually in the binder, and I do like to collect my bias items for non-album official goods. So yeah, for just now we're doing album cards, and I did take my pre-order cards out, which I didn't mention at the start. So yes, let's actually get into this now. So yes, there's a shit ton of cards here, and this, I still have to add on the Feel Special card. I guess you can say I focused a bit on Feel Special as well, just because of how recent the release has been. I have collected quite a lot. This is what I had left in my collection when I did stop collecting them, but I was too scared to give the cards away, so I did keep them, and I do have a few sets complete. So we have Story Begins, and then we have page 2. I just need Jiho's lenticular card. And then we have Lane 1. Honestly, the holo cards are my favourite. And then we have Lane 1 Christmas edition, which I know is out of print now, so well done me for collecting at least all the selfie set for this, because these are really, really pretty. Even though the album really wasn't necessary because there wasn't any extra songs added onto it, or it wasn't a repackage. But yeah, I still need 4 photo cards for the holo cards, which isn't priority, I don't think. I think I'll just try and collect at my own time, don't know when, but yes, at least I have Sana's, her dark hair, and this is so beautiful. And I have Lane 2, just need Mina's yellow card, and then for the pink one, this is where my, I guess you can see from this to Many and Happy, it's kind of tragic now. So I have Jiang's pink border. This is funny because I bought this card quite a while ago before I had the album, and then the album I bought in HMV, and the one card I got was the one I already had, so I have a duplicate of this. So if anybody would want to trade for any other member that I have, please let me know. And here we have Signal, and I have Dahyun's blue border, and this is going to be for the Signal cards. And then I have Sana's pink border, And then I have the hollows. And then we have Twistagram. So we have this. I don't know what you call these versions, to be honest. We have that. And then Marine Happy. And yeah, I have most of Jungyoung's cards here because I traded a bunch of AOA cards for someone who was trading off their Jungyoung collection, so that's why I basically have all of her cards here. And then we go into somewhat of a more fuller collection compared to these cards here. So I have What's Love for Jungyoung, Momo, I have quite a few of her cards now, Sana, and then this is the OT12 set I want to complete. I should maybe like explain how I'm collecting from here on out. I am going to try and finish OT9 with up to Merry and Happy, and then from here I'll be collecting my top 3 with one OT9 set, since a 9 pocket page has 9 sleeves and I can fit 9 photo cards in here, and then the one that's left over, I guess I can just, if I like one set the most out of all of them, I will collect that whole set for OT9 just so it's another 9 pocket page filled up. I think that makes sense in my head, and there's no like random card just left abandoned, you know. So for What Is Love, there is 11 versions for each member, so I'm collecting 2 OT9 sets. So here we have this would be the 10th version, not exactly the 10th version, but this is a separate version I'm collecting for OT9. And we made some progress with this. I kind of like how it's looking just now. I can't wait to get all the cards for it. And then we have the scratch cards, which I do need to scratch Jungyoung's off with, but I have 2 for each like row, I guess. It's quite nice. I like the colours he did, and I like how he did it for 3 members. And now we have Summer Nights. Jungyoung's section is quite tragic. But Momo's, I just need 2 of her cards now. And then Sana. Listen, Momo more than Jungyoung. And same applies here. There's 11 photo cards per member. Since there's like a special card, I guess you can see. This is this kind of like the scratch card version for Summer Nights, but it's a message card. But this is the set I'm collecting for the 10th version for OT9. Or the 10th version for me, and the only reason why I wanted to complete this for OT9 was because of the Nayoung and Chiyoung card in this set. So precious, I just needed them. So that's the set I'm collecting for OT9 for this. And then I have made some progress. I just need 4 more cards for the message cards. And then we go into Yes or Yes, and this is quite tragic, but I don't really mind it being like this just now because I don't expect to finish all of this quickly. I just like the amount of progress I've made for the short amount of time I've added twice back into my binder. So I have Jungyoung, which I was quite lucky with and pulled quite a few of her cards. And then Momo. And then I only have 1 Sana card, which I bought because I did not pull any of her cards, sadly. Sana hates me. She just hates me. Oh, so tragic. But then we have since there's only 10 version photo cards, I am choosing the balloon card, so it spells out yes, 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 and it's kind of like my go-to set I would complete if they do have it. So for Summer Nights they don't have the little letter spelling it out, but for What Is Love they do, so that's kind of how I'm collecting the OT9 sets. And I have no idea how I'm going to be collecting Year of Yeah for the other members, but I will see how it goes. As I said, I'm not so focused on this just now. I have Jungyoung's little sticker, 1 Momo photo card and her sticker, and then 1 Sana card. And then we go into Fancy You, which I think will be my first set to complete, hopefully, for all members. And yes, so here we have Jungyoung. And I forgot to mention, I have not made placeholders for these. I don't know when I will be able to, it's just because I feel like there's no point just now. I think maybe when I get to the time where it's close to complete, it's just because it takes up a lot of paper and stuff. I don't know when I will start it, but for just now it's not a priority. So Momo, I need 2 more cards. And Sana, I just need 1. And, well, technically 2 because I need her letter card. But yes, this is the version I'm collecting for the OT9 set, and I think it helps me with collecting a version as well because it's really hard for me to find a set that I would like and then want to collect all members of, but I guess with this it's kind of like universal for each version, well, each comeback. So yay, that is Fancy You. And then we have Feel Special, which I have quite a lot of progress I've made with Jungyoung. I did pull her quite often. I think I pulled this card 3 times, so I have 2 duplicates of hers. In Momo, I have 4 of her cards. This is so pretty. Her selfies are just gorgeous. She is gorgeous. And then Sana, which I have 4 cards of as well. And then I want to collect the black border, kind of the black larger border, I guess, where they're all doing the finger hearts, which I think is so cute. And then again, since there's 11 photo cards for each member, I'm collecting the gold card. So I'm going to be going to Wikimiki, and I am so happy with my Ellie collection. I'm so glad, like, I've made so much progress with her as well. One of my goals this year was to start collecting Wikimiki because I do love all of their songs, and what they came out with this year, Hop, Tear, Stop Sleeping on Wikimiki, Tiki Taka Song of the Year, literally. But we are just collecting Ellie just now, just because of the amount of cards from the one album, which is lucky. I just don't know if I want to collect my top 3 yet. Okay, so for their debut album, I've kind of laid it out like a pattern, I guess, again. So for the Weenie version A, I just kind of put them in the line here, and in the version B, I just put them here, kind of like the Is One layout, but I got that layout inspiration from this. So that is what this is, which is really cute. And then we have her lucky card. I just need 1 photo card for this, and if you've not watched it, I'm gonna spoil it, but for my collection, for my haul, my monthly haul for December, I bought a card that I thought was this Polaroid version, which wasn't, and I got a duplicate of this one. So I really thought I had this set complete, but my dumbass got this same card. I even recorded me putting that card in here without realizing, and it was just a whole mess. I don't know what I was on that day. We are in search of this card, so I will definitely be wanting to try and complete this set for at least the first half of next year, because I cannot justify having to wait a year to get 1 card. These cards are so gorgeous. I love her hair color, so pretty. And then we have Kiss Kicks, which I have these 2 cards. She's just so pretty, I can't get over it. And then here we go into the lock-in lol. My voice is going in, I'm so sorry. And then I just have the weekend lol here, and I should be having this, and I traded it with someone in the UK, and I think I might have it. Since it's the next day, I'm recording this before I'm recording my mail just now, and I have 1 letter, and see if that is the card I'm talking about just now. You will see it in the haul video. It's just, I can't open it just now because I need to record it. But if it is, it'll be so upsetting because it won't be here. Hopefully that is the card if you watch the whole video. Why do I keep on plugging myself? I do not mean to do that, but like, I guess the majority of my viewers watch the whole videos. If it's not that, I'll be really upset. So yeah, I think I do have 2 cards. I can't remember what version it is. I have a group order. I've like claimed spots for 2 of her lock-in lol cards, but I don't know what it is. Can't remember the version. Hopefully that goes through because this page is really empty. And I can't wait to see what it looks like when all the cards are here. So yeah. And then I have these postcards you got with the Kiss Kicks albums. So cute. Honestly, so cute. But then we get this. Duality. We stand. And then I just have their little album inserts as well, which is the keyring things, which are so cute. And then we have WGSN, which I have added a lot to recently just within this month. I'm so happy because I have nearly, we'll just wait till we go through it. I can't talk about it and not show you. So yes, I am collecting OT13 or RIP me. I don't mind it being, because I know if I collect all members it will take a while for me to collect sets, but I really don't mind how long it takes. And finally, this Gowon page is complete. Oh my god, I've been missing this card for ages, and I want to say thank you to Rosie 80s. I always feel like I say 80s wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's called 80s. I always used to say it was like at ease, you know how like at ease? I thought that's what it was, but I do like their title tracks. I don't know if I want to collect them or not, but I do like some of their songs. I really am thankful that she was able to give me this and helped me out with my Gowon collection so much, because this card was one of the cards I just needed in my collection because it's one of my favourite cards of hers. This page is complete. And then for this, I just need her Dream Your Dream card, and then 2 versions here for the Would You Stay. I always get confused with Would You Please and Would You Stay, but I think it's Would You Stay. And also this Gowon card was gifted to me from Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. I hope you like your Dion card. I can't remember if she dyed her hair for the Dream Your Dream. I don't think she did, so I thought this page was going to be all her with her red hair, but sadly not. And I do have to make some, I actually didn't add her page for the As You Wish or for the summer, which is strange because I did that for the other members. For the other members, I kind of did the same with what I did with Preston. So 30 members, if I put that one in her own little space, so if I can add her non-album official cards, which I don't know if I will collect all of, but I can have that separate here, and then that makes 12. If I put my top 3 in a separate space, that will leave 9 members. A 9 pocket sleeve to fill that with the 9 members, if that makes sense. So this is laid out differently to the other members, so I'm collecting my top 3 here. And for the releases that were the China line, Trinity, are not in the comebacks, Luda and Unsu are just along with the other girls, because it does work out with that. So I have Luda and Unsu's complete for Would You Like and The Secret. I just need to get my Michi cards going. And then we have From WGSN, and then I kind of put a filler here because this one version of Happy Moment would help and get this page 2 fill up 9 sleeves, and that just kind of helps with the layout. As I said, I think of things like going down like a continuation. Yes, I'm doing it again. So it's kind of like that. Can you see that? You can see that. So it's like, it's kind of in the row, but I don't mind having this like white border here. I don't know, I just feel like it separates it, and all the Happy Moment cards other than the Happy version A are all in one space, because I could put this here and then the Moment version A here, and then put the Dream Your Dream cards in this. I just feel like it wouldn't be, I don't know, I might have to do that when Trinity come back and they do 3 cards per member again, which I will dread. But yes, I just need 2 of Unsu's cards to complete the Happy Moment, and then my cheese from WGSN, and I only have Unsu's Dream Your Dream card. And then here we go into the other 9 members, and I have added quite a lot to some of these sets, which I'm so happy about. I would say I'm still lacking in the secret cards, but I guess my priority just now is always, it's been forever Happy Moment, because that set is huge. There's 4 photo cards per member, and you can imagine how much that is with 13 members in one group. It's Happy Moment from WGSN because that is close to complete, and then I guess the next one after that would be Would You Like. I have 5 photo cards on this. And then the secret I have 5 as well, and it's kind of like my Red Velvet, how that my Red Velvet spreads are laid out. Ooh. And then I have 4 here. And yes, this is how close I am to completing from WGSN. I just need 1 card along with Michi's. Yeah, so 2 altogether, but 1 for this page. And oof, it will just look so good. And it'll be like, I think it'll be my first OT9, well not OT9, but the other 9 members set complete for this half of the binder, well this portion of the binder. And then we go into Happy Moment. When I said I did add a lot of photo cards, this is where they went to, and I can say this proudly, I just need 1 photo card per version for this now, and I cannot imagine me finally completing this or enduring completion. So yeah. As you can see, the page just needs 1 member for each version. So I'm determined to complete this next year. And then we go into Dream Your Dream, and I have 5 photo cards for that as well. And then we have the bookmarks for that. And then we have Would You Please? Yes, Would You Please? And I have all the cards for this because I did buy the photo card set with all members. So I'm planning on probably just saving up for sets for WGSN, and I think it's just better to just get them and then complete the set all together and just trade off or sell the cards I pull from the album. But I'm kind of happy I did this because these cards are gorgeous. Your Own Slade, this comeback. And here, this is where it gets really empty, but these are basically just my pulls from their albums. So we have Would You Stay? I think I might organise the coloured versions soon, but I don't know when. Just because I would like them to kind of have a little flow. And then for the summer, I was lucky enough and I pulled 2 out of 3 of Subin's cards. So precious. And then I also pulled a Youngjung again. And then As You Wish, pulled Sola, Diane, and Bona. And can we say this card is the prettiest ever? This is so cute and precious. I just look so cute. Gosh. And yeah, so that ends my girl group binder. I am so happy with the progress I made with this. And yeah, so let's go on to boy groups now. I'm serious. What? Okay, so here we have my boy group binder. I would say not too much progress with this because they're not as much of a priority, but I do still like my boy groups. I just prefer my girl group. We all know this, I'm biased, but I do collect a few boy groups. So we have BTS here. And I just put this Dark of My Own group card because it fits, and I do use an 8 pocket sleeve for the other card just because of the, I guess you can say the orientation of the card. This is the only one that's vertical, the others are horizontal. And it's annoying because this one's horizontal as well. But what can you do? So I have Overrelate 2, and these are just my pulls. Some of the earlier stuff aren't as much as a priority because I'd say I have like a chunk, which is the middle of the BTS collection, where I have it complete. And then I'm just trying to focus more on the Love Yourself and now Persona cards, which I've done quite a good job of, I think, especially with trying to collect all members. Here we have Overrelate 2, and then the School Love Affair kind of photo card things. I think what I'm wanting to do, just because I don't really can't be bothered collecting all members, if people would want to trade these for my top 3, which is Namjoon, Yoongi and Taehyun, please let me know. I would really be interested, but I think I would want to try and just get the same version. So here we have the Dark Mile cards, and I have 4, I just need 3, not including the group cards, and I'm just planning on putting the 3rd group card here. And I'm seeing people overprice the group photo cards, and I'm just like, why? I understand member cards being more expensive than a group card, but the group card does not have the equal value to a member group card, because a member group card's random. I guess with this it's random, but there's less chances of getting, because there's 1 out of 3 of getting one of the groups, there's 1 out of 7 getting one of the members. Yeah, I don't get why people overprice group cards. And we have Beautiful Moments in Life Part 1. These are so gorgeous. I just wish I would complete it, but I guess I've not really focused on this as much. This is the chunk of where the cards are complete. So it's amazing. And then we have Beautiful Moments in Life Part 2. And then we have Young Forever. Polaroids. Honestly, it's such a cute set of full cards. And this was my first comeback with them, which I don't know why so many people slandered and dragged Namjoon for his hair. I kind of liked it, especially when it was blonde as well. But yeah, this was iconic. The red hair. So yeah. And then we have the dope cards, which I do actually have complete, which is amazing. I did pre-order this album, so I did get pre-order benefit, which was this card. I think I pulled, I can't remember who I pulled. I think I pulled the J-Hope one, but I could not tell you the other member I pulled. I think it was maybe Namjoon. I cannot remember. I will correct myself because I know I have it recorded in one of my collections. Yes, I'm so glad I have this complete because these cards go for quite a lot just because of them only being pre-order benefit. Well, not a pre-order benefit, but it only came with pre-orders, because I guess pre-order benefits now are like twice pre-order photo card sets, but this only came in first press. Maybe? I cannot remember. First press or pre-order? Someone correct me, but yeah, I cannot remember the 2 members I pulled on this. And then we have Wings, which I did complete this quite quickly just because this was only 1 photo card for 1 version, which there was 4 versions, and then there was 4 photo cards. And I was quite lucky and I pulled Jungkook, so he was easy to trade off. But I did also pull Yoongi, and I think I pulled, I cannot remember the other, because I think I pulled double Jungkook. Can't remember the 3rd member. I think it was Tae maybe? But yeah. This is what I'm wanting to do with photo cards that are too small for the pocket size, which hopefully I can do one day. Have the motivation to finish all my other pages with, but yeah. And then we have You Never Walk Alone, which is complete. So precious, I love this set. I love all the colours and just the gesture. I love that they're all doing the same little thing with their hand. So cute. And then I just put the standee in here. Now we go into Love Yourself, so we have her L version, which I have complete. So nice to see that because this is gorgeous. Just amazing. And then we have O, which I just need Yoongi's. And then V, Jin and Jungkook. And then E version, really tragic. Still need 4 photo cards for that. And then we go into Tier. I have the Y version. I have the Magni line complete, which is amazing because these cards, I always feel like it's easier to find these ones, especially if I find a card that's a good price, I will definitely get it. But I think when I say finding cards, finding decent price cards, basically. Because I guess you can find these just won't be as cheap or like decently priced. So we have this complete, which is so great. And then we have the old version. I just need Yoongi. I feel like I just have such a lack of Yoongi cards. It's so tragic. This set is so precious as well. And then you, which I actually have my bias line for. And R, just need Jungkook. And then for answer, just need Jimin and Jungkook. There you go, there's a prime example of that. And then E version, L version. So desperate to get these two. So sad that I don't have them still. And then F. Again, common occurrence here. I'm missing a Yoongi card. What's the surprise? But yeah, these are so precious. Then we have Persona. What I actually do have the MAC mailing complete for all 4 versions, which is so weird. But here is version 1, version 2, version 3, and version 4, which is my first complete set for this. So nice. I don't know what my favourite set would be, to be honest. I could not tell you. And then we have the little postcard things. I don't need Jungkook's for. I wish they did a group card for this because it just looks so nice. It's so cute as well. And then I just have the album inserts in here. So yeah. And then we go into EXO. I've not really been up to date with Chen's solos. I do plan on getting up to date with most of my boy groups next year. I am going to France in between Christmas, the end of Christmas and before New Year. So I know there's a few K-pop shops there, so I think my priority would be to get Chen's solo stuff and maybe some of EXO's albums. For EXO I'm collecting Chen, CBX and Chen solo, which I still don't have the Blooming Days albums, so that'll probably be a focus as well. So here are all my Chen cards. I don't know if I want to try and get his SM goods as well, but it would be nice too. I've not added any of their new releases in here yet. I've only done up to Love Shot and then the repackage for Don't Mess Up My Tempo. The special version album, I cannot pronounce it, I always butcher the name. And then I have group cards for Girl. I don't know if I want to try and collect all the group cards, it's just because I've had these and it's cute to kind of separate. And then we have the CBX cards here. Kind of wish I had this complete because it's been a while since this release. But yeah, and then we go on to NCT, which I'm collecting Jungkook and Jimin. I do want to see if I want to collect Xiaojun or maybe Yang Yang from Wavy NCT. It'd be nice to have like collecting a member from each unit. I don't know, I think it would be quite cool. So, I don't know if it's in here or not. Yeah, when I was recording my, I'm just going to explain this just now because it's quite funny. So when I was recording my Moving Binders with me, I made a insert for Jungkook's Superhuman card, which I actually do have. And I thought, I remember saying, why didn't I not get this quick enough? And I actually did. I opened it up. I think it was in August time I got this card, but I just never put it in for some reason. So that's what we're going to do just now because I just had to explain that because I found that so funny because it wasn't in my collection. I had it separate because I think I opened it up with, I don't think it was the exact same time, but it was around, it was the same time frame of August. I don't know when exactly, I just have a really bad memory. I had it in a pile with during the summer vacation stuff and I just left it there and I didn't think to put it into the binder. So yeah, let me go get that. There we go. So let's actually start NCT. So here we have Empathy and the, I guess, NCT 2018. I hope they do a 2020 for next year. I'm just so upset they didn't do one this year. And I'm kind of scared what's going to be happening with NCT as a whole. I just feel like the concept will just dwindle down. I think the idea of it at the start was good, but SM are just going to ruin them, I think. And I'm scared to think of the future for NCT. Just because I don't know, they release amazing music and I love the boys. It's just SM, you know, like that's all I can say. The shit with the Dreamies and like Jungkook and Winwin. Hopefully Jungkook comes back and I think they just try and make the fans happy and see Winwin still in 127, but will people believe that for long? Will people like continue believing that? Because they've not added him in a comeback in ages and I just feel like it's needed, like we need him back and I don't know, it's just, I think they can't stick to the units I like the idea of NCTU because I want members that are in different units to interact and maybe like become a different unit. Like I just don't like how they're sticking with the, I don't know, set units, I guess. Maybe not for NCT Dream, but I wish NCT Dream was a set unit, but honestly it's such a mess. I feel like it's something, it's like a reason why people stray away from NCT just because of their reason. I don't know, I would just love if SM just kept NCT as NCT and then just had subunits within it, but had NCT do things all at once, all the members, even though it's a lot, they should have prepared for it, you know. And I just feel like the concept of adding more members is just going to get too much, and it's going to get too much for people and the fans. So I have a lot of opinions on NCT. I just hope SM don't fuck them up. That's all I want to say about that. But yeah, I'm collecting Jungkook and Jaemin, which I do. You did see me unbox some of their SM goods, but they're not in here. I just need to try and get them organised and try and sort out what I need and what I have, if that makes sense. So that's not in here just now. But for the NCT, I went in such a long tangent, I'm sorry. But for NCT 2018 Empathy, I was thinking about this the other day. I managed to pull both of Jaemin's cards in the album, which is so strange to me. Like, my luck isn't that good. This was at the time when I was unsure of who my biases actually were, but now I'm confident enough to say these are my biases. But it was just at the time, like, it was so strange getting the same member in both albums, because usually there's a big chance of me getting different members, but there's a tiny ass chance of me getting the same member for the different versions, and I did that. My luck. And I also just have the holo card here to kind of like fill up the page and separate it, I guess. And then I have the diaries, which this is Jungkook's, and I only have the dream version for Jaemin. And I just have some other little goods from them, so... Hi. Yeah, just to see where the taxi rank is, but I just got one from the bus station.
Alright, no, it's like just opposite the back.
Alright, I didn't see it. There was no taxis there?
Well, maybe they will.
Is he? Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, enjoy your night.
Thank you, that's me just what's it all?
Okay, enjoy.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Love you.
Yeah, me too, bye.
The photo cards on this side are the collect book, and then this one is a tickle holder from the fan party. And this is one of my favourite like pages. So this is like a spread, I guess, because of the back. And I've said this before, I just feel like it's like so pretty. And I don't know how I don't know why I do this, but I was thinking of maybe changing this a bit. Just for the look of it, instead of like the versions, to have these like here. Kind of like how I did with the 222 thing, but just with these here. And then these being like the filler. But I don't know what that would look like in the back. It doesn't really make a difference. It's just the colours are a bit different here, but I think I'm going to leave it like that because it's kind of like reverse how this has looked instead of it being so symmetrical. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And here we have the postcard. This is the postcard that goes with the holo card, and I don't have Jungkook's for that yet. And then I have Jungkook's postcard that comes with the 4x6 photo. And then the film strip. It's so hard to find Jaemin's stuff for this, so yeah, I only have Jungkook's stuff here, and this is his A4 print thing, which is gorgeous. He looks so beautiful. And next, after that, we had the We Go Up comeback, and this is how I think I'm going to plan the other comebacks with Jungkook, Jaemin, maybe my wavy bias, but I have his album cards, these two, and I added this one, which I got for like a decent price. So I hope this is authentic and it is signed by him at a fan sign, and it's kind of like a little pattern. And then I think this is a sticker card, but I cannot tell you from like after what is what, but I do know that these are his dream show cards. And I did that in the pattern, but it kind of helped with these, you know, it's making a pattern, but it's also going in a pattern way. This is how I think of things. I know my mind's a bit weird, but as long as it looks nice and as long as I can understand how I lay that out, it's all good. And then I just have the sticker from the group sticker, because I managed to get that with the set. And then I think this is the wallet card, so I'm really unsure of what this one could be, because I know this one's from the standee thing, but who knows, honestly my mind is just blank. And here we have the Dream Show 2 card. I don't know if this is in order. I kind of did the same with this. I didn't do it in order of what version's what because I don't know, I just did it in a pattern. So I did this in a pattern because I guess you can say the start and the finish are the ones with his darker hair, and then the ones in between that are the one with his pink hair. But it doesn't really matter how I lay this one out because all the backs are different. But for this one it kind of helps because we have like the black backs are the ones with his like violet kind of background. So yeah, that is that. And then I have his postcard and his 4x6 photo, and then his A4 one. Oh my gosh, just so beautiful. And then this one here, just because of the amount of regular stuff that I didn't know there was or could find, it stops here, but just added the awakening card on here just because it's only one photo card, and I don't know, it just makes the page with these cards added. So this is regular and regulate, I guess. I did this in a pattern because I thought might as well, even though the backs don't look as good, I just thought the actual front looks a bit better. So we have his regular cards and then his regulate, and then I think this is sticker card, and then this is the holo card which comes with the standee. I think I'm just so my brain there's too much stuff to remember here. So then we have the album card, and then his holo circle card, and then his kino, and then I just put the regulate insert message thing here, and then I have his standee and his postcard from regular. And then this goes on to season greetings, which is tragic because Jungwoo is not in the season greetings for this year, but yeah, the stickers I need to fix. But I have the stickers in the little standee thing for them. So I think I might just get Jaemin's season greetings. As much as I like collection wise, I don't think I would want to, but also for collection wise it's beautiful. But it's just because it's not along with Jungwoo's, if that makes sense. At least with this you got an all member thing, but I guess with all the members in NCT, just having one season greetings won't be enough. At least with the NCT Dream one this year, each member gets 2 pages for the calendar, and it's kind of tricky with all the members in NCT. I think one of the reasons why I love it so much is because they're both the same colour, which is just like, that just makes me so happy. And then we go into the other members for the photo cards. So I want to collect one other member for one of the comebacks for each release, and for Empathy I just decided to collect 2 of each version just because of the amount of photo cards. And I did manage to take some of these out. I remember what I did now. So I had the Do-young's regular card, Tails regulate, and then I had the Yuta's Superhuman Weird Superhuman card. I forgot about that one here. What I wanted to trade for the Do-young one, I cannot remember what I did because I had Do-young's set, so I think it was another member. I think it was Taeyong's set I wanted to trade for. And then for this tail card, I wanted to trade that for Do-young. As much as I loved his regular card, I kind of wanted to have both of the postcards where they were both like up close. And if I wanted to get the Do-young regulate card, I couldn't have this one here just because it was too close to each other. And yeah, I didn't have a Johnny card, and his Weird Superhuman card was really pretty. What I tried to do is at least get different members for each comeback, but if I want to get another photo card of a member I already have here, try and like spread it out, I guess. Yeah, and I don't have a Taeyong card yet, so that's why I added that in, and I couldn't have 2 Do-youngs here. Even though as much as I loved his regular card, I just think it would look nice with the close-up of the Taeyong for his postcard. So yeah, that's why it's so empty here, and I'm guessing what I'm going to put here is the 2 wavy cards, but I think it would have to go here. Their first mini, and then the second mini would go here, which I don't know what card to collect for yet, but yeah. And I don't know if I want to collect the circle cards for the members. I don't know yet. I'll probably have to make like a whole video on that. So yeah, and then the postcard, and then that is the end of NCT. And then we have 17. I have kind of showed this to you guys from the organising my photo card collection, I guess. So I only collect Joshua just now, and this is one thing I do want to try and work on as well next year. So these are all the cards I have for him. There's a lot of emptiness, which I do want to try and change. But yeah, so that is all I have for Joshua, which is quite tragic. That is going to change, let's promise. I'll make it a goal for next year. So then we have the Vixx. This is my last group I collect for boy group, and I try to collect all members. I don't really focus on them too much just because I feel like it's hard to find their cards in there. I don't know if, like, for some reason, or I'm just not looking enough. So these are the cards I have for Vixx. I also want to try and collect their solo cards as well. And I do want to collect Vixx LR. Vixx LR, their songs are so great. I just don't have their albums, so I don't have any of their stuff just now. And then Chained Up, I just need Leo's set. It's so tragic because this would complete the chains up altogether. And I think the only sets I have complete are Zelos and Kratos maybe? There we go, yeah. No, this is not Kratos, that's Hades. This one's Hades, sorry. And then this one's Kratos. And then their most recent one. And I don't have Shangri-La. I do want to add that in soon, I just don't have the album. But for this one I do actually have Leo's set complete. And then the postcards, and then the 2 solo releases I have, which both of them are complete for the 2 photo cards. And that is my boy groups. That is my updated photo card collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the update because, as I said, I've added a lot to the collection and I'm so happy I get to share it with you for the last time this year. Hopefully next time I have it a bit or more organised. I have a bunch of non-photo card items that are like too big or I'm too lazy to organise, so I will be probably doing a video with all the items I have for that. I will be doing a one with all my Red Velvet stuff, kind of organising my like official Red Velvet binder goods, so because I do want to try and have that in for the next update, which should be January, and I will probably do that at the end of January just so I have time to have those additions in it with. So yeah, I will put all the links in the description for what I use. So I see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this and I hope you guys have a great Christmas if you celebrate it. If not, have a nice time off and an even better new year because 2020 bitches. But yeah, make sure to support Red Velvet's comeback on the 23rd. I will try to post this before then. As I mentioned, first clip up till twice, that was the 19th. Today's the 20th, so I have 2 days, 3 days to edit, render and upload this, so let's hope I stick to it. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.